Good evening. We are live.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
What's up, love and enlightenment?
Greetings, blessings, and salutations.
Miss Dinelle, you look so like fashionista tonight. Look at you. Just
She
fabulous.
does. She looks
Called
beautiful.
boho chic. Boho chic. Thank you, guys.
Boho chic, big
What's
time.
boho chic?
It's like when you take that grunge look and then you kind of like upscale it a little bit, and so you add, to the earthy type vibes or whatever, and then you kind of give it a little spunk. Boho chic.
Boho chic.
I love it. You look amazing, honey.
She has that.
So do you, Pinky.
Thank you,
She has
sweetie.
that Africanic soul sister.
Listen, I watching Debbie. I'm like, hey girl, let's get
Ain't
this
happening, but it's that.
She's
All
a
of you look
Nubian
dope.
queen
All of you-
tonight. Nubian
All of you
queen.
dope. All of you look dope.
Thank you.
Jeanette, loving the red, loving the. I love the red and that contrast. Yo, you killing it.
Blue, right? It's
Killing
popping.
it.
Popping.
Yeah, Louis can't handle all this. There's too much excitement.
Tina, don't start.
That's what I'm saying.
Pinky, your gloves come up. I'm gonna be good.
already.
Don't start.
I'm gonna be good. I said I'm
Good
gonna be
evening,
good.
Grantley and Norma, Jason,
guys.
Nicole, Brother Ventura. I don't know how to say your first name, so I have to say Brother Ventura.
What's happening, people? What's happening, LD family? Our day one's from day one. What's going on?
True. That is true.
I know.
Yeah.
We always look forward to Thursdays. Like, is it Thursday yet? So we could connect again.
I know, right?
I know. With the audience, cause we don't connect behind the scenes. So
Right.
getting to see the viewers. Looking forward to Thursday to see you guys, to interact with you guys. Yeah.
Yep, for sure. So what we got tonight, y'all? What we talking about tonight?
What have you on?
Tonight, we are talking about body augmentation. We're talking about enhancements. And I guess the topic is, are we doing this because we love ourselves and we just want to do the extra? Or is it a little form of self-hate? What do you think? And also, what do men think about all the different things that women do?
That'd be nice to hear from the viewers, the guys.
Yes, and we
The
definitely
males.
want interaction from the viewers tonight,
Especially the males. Cause we know the girls gonna send their comments. So guys, we need to hear from you guys also.
Yeah.
So I guess we should ask everybody, maybe Debbie, to drop like different things that they know people do. Like, what are people doing now? Like, how are people changing their aesthetics? What are some of the things that people do?
Before we get to that, Debbie, you wanted to talk about somebody company.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about. I didn't even realize he's part of the group, but he was my sister's classmate, Kurt Halls. He has some seasonings that are for sale. He has an Instagram page, so it's called Carabique, and I think his brother also is a chef. And I remember when the Obamas were in the White House, he cooked for them.
Dope.
So their family is a cooking family. So definitely he's one of our brothers. So you can either go to his personal page, Kurt Halls, or look up Carabique on Instagram, and definitely support one of our own. Okay.
That's awesome.
And then you wanted to mention Norma's having a food sale.
Yes, Norma's having a Norma from Paquitos is having I think every Friday she puts out some of her delicious Caribbean cuisine for us to enjoy. I think this week is like some stew beef and
Salmon Balls.
Sam. Oh, thank you, Mr. Yan. Thank you.
I already put my honor.
I put in my name.
You say, well, you're taking too long to set up, my boy.
I know you come out quick with that. That's my mouth.
I love Salmon Balls,
Salmon
man.
Balls. That's, you know.
Yeah, man.
I love Salmon Balls.
The other day I cooked salmon ball. He gonna ask me if I know how to cook salmon ball, and he never cooked salmon ball.
I love her stew beef, yo. Like her stew beef is like.
Pinky. Anyway, I ain't coming back to you.
Oh God, you starting him up. Go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's all
I've been making
right.
salmon ball for years. He gonna ask me if I know how to make salmon ball. Really?
That's all right. You don't make Salmon Balls with breadcrumbs?
I actually make some. I made salmon balls this weekend. And guess what? I make my salmon balls with
Wow.
Crackers?
Ritz crackers.
I don't use
Okay,
that
that's
too.
a type of breading. This
Mhm.
this one here.
Yeah,
Ask her. Don't use that.
I already know what she uses.
She just take the salmon, roll it up, and fry it.
No,
No,
I
she
don't.
she does
Number
not.
one,
She
I
does
use
not.
I don't use potato. That's the old-fashioned Crucian way.
Oh,
Mashed
wow.
potato. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Anybody who done make salmon ball with mashed potatoes, send a thumbs up. Mashed potato. Not you don't make the mashed potato with butter and stuff. You just mash the potato and so you can hold it together.
Oh, nice. It's worth a try.
I have to try that one of these days, Pinky.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should. I wanted to shout out Karen. Karen sent us, I don't know, Danelle, if you ever got anything, but she sent a sample of her foot balm. That thing is the bomb. Let me tell you.
I told
That
Karen
is
to send the link.
bomb. I don't know what she put in there. I think she put some blood and some voodoo and some fingernails. But that thing is amazing. So Karen
Is she
have a
on?
lot of products.
Is Karen on?
I don't know if she's on. Good evening, Cece. I don't know if she's on.
Let's get her to
I
put
haven't
that.
seen that. She'll be on if she's on and she gonna watch it. I don't know. That thing is amazing. Is all I have to say. Very
Big up
good.
to
She could
Karen.
put the link in
Big up.
the on the
You
page.
have to buy it.
Link
You
in.
have to buy it. You have to buy it. It's
So it's
just
so funny. Hmm?
Well, y'all hit up CC or what? Y'all hit up CC?
yeah, I did. And Jason and
CC.
Norma.
What's
Norma.
up?
Hey Norma.
That's your cousin, right? He said, me never heard that before. I think he was talking about the mashed potato.
Who's that?
Your cousin, Jason.
Your
Ball.
cousin. Jason, you gotta trust me on that. Let me tell you, okay? Ask my sister. All of us.
Jay, that with you, Jay, because you know mashed potato. I eat my mashed potato on the side with the salmon bar.
No, you don't mash
gravy.
it with butter and milk. You just mash it and you put it in. Okay. Debbie had my salmon ball. How was my salmon ball, Debbie?
Good. But I've never done that. I kind of
Good,
stick to
good.
mine, but it's good.
Okay.
All your food is good.
One of these days, Pinky. We're gonna try one of these days, Pinky. Don't worry.
You'll try one of these days. You'll see. Oh, Debbie, you put something up. Okay.
But you know, I think this is such a good transition into what we're talking about, because here it is. Pinky has something that she's done, you know, and something that she does all the time. We've never done it before. We have opinions, you know, but not to say that what Pinky's doing isn't right or it's wrong. It's just
correct.
what Pinky does. And so, you know, our topic of body augmentation, it may be very well the same thing. You know, we might have opinions about something that we've never done, but somebody else has done it and they're sold on it.
That's
right.
That's a great segue, Janelle. That's a great analogy.
Thank
actually.
you.
That's
I like it. That's good.
Debbie, can we get the banner smaller? You can't get smaller. Eh? I know the last time we had it like a ticker. Remember we had like a ticker?
I'm gonna try. You know,
Yeah.
I'm learning these things as I go on.
It's okay. Better you that.
Fancy.
What is that?
I said fancy.
Whatever.
You know he got to say something. Come on, like what we are doing here?
Pinky, tell us about your henna. That looks dope.
It's an intentional henna for my birthday is coming up, and so I set some I rather not say what intentions are, but yeah.
Got it.
So
Yeah,
it's just an expression of myself. It has my rose. My symbol is the Caribbean rose, which is the orange rose. So, and it's my symbol. It's my symbol for my business. If you can't see it in my banner, but I have orange roses throughout my banner. And then the intention is my cross. And then it's just, yeah, that's it.
That's just, you can end it there. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So I got the banner to go across. I figured it out. So, question of the night.
Mm.
Since let's start with the ladies. Have you ever thought of body augmentation? This is kind of a weighted question. Ever thought of body augmentation? And is it in choosing it or not choosing it? Does it have to do with loving self, or is it about a lot of women are unfortunately doing things for competition, doing things because a spouse, a partner wants you to do it. What would be the reason you would do it if you haven't done it? And if you have, would you like to divulge? I'm gonna go with you.
Oh. I thought since dinner was on the top, we were going with dinner. I was like, oh gosh. All right. So let's say it could be all those things. It could be for competition. It could be because lack of self-esteem. Have I ever thought about it? Of course. I was once very overweight. My highest weight was 250 pounds, and I had 4 kids. So in the process, I've lost over 80 pounds at one point. Not at the same time, but over the longevity. So I've thought about it many times, and I will not say I won't do it. Let me just put it out there, I give hats off to people who have lost significant amount of weight, and then they're left with this extra skin. They're left with, a lot of things, and then they go and have surgery. And I don't see anything wrong with it. I haven't heard of anyone who've had surgery and they regretted it after. So I think if it's going to boost your self-esteem, if it's going to help you to feel good, empower you, I don't see a problem with it. Now we have that other side where I remember this show years ago, this movie called Death Becomes Her. And it was like years ago, and it was showing about this wasn't even Hollywood at the time, but it was like people ear falling after they went plastic surgery crazy. And that's the world we're living in now with Hollywood. So there is extreme cases, and I think we see the extreme cases, and so we believe that this is what it is. But they're Hollywood, they're rich, they're millionaires, and they ain't content with themselves no matter how much plastic surgery they get.
Okay, wait, let me interject quickly. Because since we're trying to get our viewers involved in the conversation, Nicole said she has not, her body is beautiful. And Jason said, in a case like that, Pinky, I agree. And Nicole said that was actually one of her favorite movies, by the way. Go ahead.
So, that was showing us what Hollywood would be in the future. And it actually is like that. I mean, Diana Ross looked younger than me, and she's like 80, so we have the extreme cases. But to go back in history, this has been a part of our human history for, I don't know. That's what the Fountain of Youth is. The Fountain of Youth was people trying to change. They're trying to stop the aging process. When you look back in the period, when you look at back in the days, women were wearing these huge, heavy corsets. They couldn't even walk in it. This has been a part of females and human history forever and a day. So what we're seeing now is just modern to our times, but it existed forever and it hasn't changed. So my take on it is do what feels good to you. If you hate yourself, don't hate yourself. Find a way to love yourself. Love yourself where you're at, because where you're at, you're good enough. And then if you want to change that to make yourself feel better, then go ahead. But don't hate yourself, or don't hate your body parts, or don't feel not content where you're at. Always feel content where you're at. It's just like the person who is overweight. If you're 400 pounds, love yourself at 400 pounds. Lucian, you can't do that. We are like, I bore you. That's a weirdo. If you're 400 pounds, love yourself at 400 pounds. Don't hate yourself, but you still could change. And that's it for me. I said a lot. Thank you.
Okay. I want to address, Cece was saying, can you define body augmentation first? Are tattoos, piercings, hairstyles, eyelashes considered augmentation? We actually had this conversation because at the end of the day, I guess anything that kind of changes who you are in the natural state is a form of augmentation. Of course, some is surgical, some is just I don't even know how you would say it, makeup, piercings, like you said.
Dyeing our hair when we getting older, polishing your nails. It's all a part of augmentation at the end of the day.
I mean, I think that when we talk about like nails and hair and weave, I don't think that should be like under that whole umbrella though, because
those are actually enhancements. I don't think those are augmentation.
Yeah,
That's
those-
just enhancements.
yeah, because to me, I look at it like, unless you go under the knife or something, then I don't think it's augmentation. You know what I'm saying? That's just my take. I'm not saying that, your definition is wrong, but I'm just giving my little rusty 5 cents.
Okay, but yours definition is wrong. Mine is actually right. So let's move on.
Oh,
Teasing
that's
you.
what it is.
Teasing you, Lucian. I teasing you.
Okay, Louis, I can see what's gonna happen tonight, buddy. I can see this.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if Ikeda on fire today, but
We're on a
fire
roll.
fast.
There you go. There you go.
Before we go to Danelle,
It's the
I
henna,
just
it's
want
the
to
henna.
say, I want to say that good night, Karen. She said, I want a tummy tuck so I can be 50 in Bora Bora in a 2-piece.
I'm going
And,
with you. Let's go together.
And then Jason said, well, the reality is that with most things, people do to excess. And sadly, there are doctors out there who are complicit in these excessive procedures for the money. Exactly.
Right.
And Cece said, adornment versus surgical.
Right, and as with anything, anything in excess, it becomes abusive at a point, and then you have people that actually become addictive, and then it's an abusive situation because you have people that actually become addicted to plastic surgery to the point where it's a totally different person, and that's beyond.
And actually, Diane just said she actually did a paper on this for her sociology of the body class, and it all falls under augmentation.
I told you, Lucian.
So, so, so Danelle, how about you?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so
wait,
what?
hold on. Let me just ask a question. So, because she did a paper, I mean, what was her grade? I mean, did we have her? What did she say? Like, like, oh, I did a paper. Really? Like,
I'm sure she will answer that for you.
Please answer him because he just don't want to accept it. He wants us to accept his definition of it. We're not doing that, Lucian. We're not doing it. Go ahead, Danelle. Sorry.
So
wow.
when I tackle this topic, I think about it. I start thinking about, all right, where did this come from, right? So one of the things that I like to talk to people about or tell my team is that we're problem solvers in life, okay? Everything has a solution. Every problem has a solution, right? As Maria Forleo said in her book, everything is figure outable, right? And so with the new information age, of course, people figure out now, listen, I can actually get rid of this mole. Like, it's just a simple process, right? Like, I could just go to the doctor and get rid of this mole, whereas before it probably wasn't a common thing, and so I'm embracing the whole concept of trying to hold on to the fountain of youth as long as it's healthy, as long as you're safe, and of course we can't be 100% guaranteed safety, but you could do your research, make sure that you're in a healthy state before you go under the knife or whatever it is that you choose to do. Just make sure that you have the information, you know what it's going to entail, you understand what the ramifications are going to be on the long term. But it's the excess that I think causes a lot of us to be a little nervous about, and the types of surgeries that people are having. But I definitely don't knock it. I mean, who doesn't want to feel beautiful, right? We all have insecurities about different things. You can't tell somebody that they're beautiful if they really honestly are watching this thing and they're like, oh my God, I hate it. Like every day I wake up and I look in the mirror, I hate it. Right. And so no matter how many people say you're beautiful, you yourself, if you can't find within you a place where you says, you know what, I'm going to accept this and this is just going to be a part of me, then do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. That's, not every surgery I will put a stamp of approval on, but I'm just saying, like, just do what you got to do.
Well, I think I'm gonna just go. My take on it, and you know, Danielle, interestingly enough, I didn't think about it, and I didn't mention this before, but I did have some mold. I did have some moles removed around my eyes.
I
Dr.
did
Merritt,
too.
big ups to Dr. Merritt,
Big
and
up
she,
Dr. Merritt.
yeah, yeah, no doubt, and she did a great job. I mean, I had all around my eyes, and she removed. This was a couple, maybe 2, 3 years ago. So that is, I guess, a form of, you know, alteration of, or of augmentation of sorts. But first and foremost, let me say this: as a man, to any woman, first of all, no man can tell you what to do with your body. You choose what you want to do in your own right. You have every right to make a choice to do what you want. Secondly, know that I'm with you because I appreciate everything about you. You're, like John Legend says, all of your perfect imperfections. That's why I'm with you. So feeling the need to change for, like you said, maybe low self-esteem or things like that, you don't have to. Again, but it's your choice, and I will support you in that. I will. Um, is it necessary? I don't know. The thing is, if you're in a relationship with someone, I think this is something that should be talked about. Because if you decide to do it on your own, and again, you have every right to do what you want, again, it's your body,
Right.
maybe you should have the conversation. Because if you come to me and I love you the way you are in your natural state, and you surprise me like that, I don't know what the reaction may be for some. I mean, it may be, oh, that's beautiful, what have you, but then people start to think different things. So, like, why are you changing your body? Go ahead, Lucien.
So what about that thing we talked about with the elasticity and the bringing
So
back?
we're talking.
Yeah, yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
I could
I'm
count
tired
on
of
you.
hearing her.
I
But
could
why
count on
why
you.
Lucian don't talk about that?
I'm sure he's had
No, because he
experience.
was just
He's had
saying, like,
experience. But I gonna talk about my experience. And we, what happened is, we, of course, in our conversations, I've actually experienced. I felt silicone implant before. Wasn't pleased at all. I didn't like. It felt like you could feel the periphery of the implant. You know, it's like your kneecap. You know how you grip your kneecap. That's what that felt like. Not a good feeling. So, ladies, if you do decide, I mean, I could understand, like Dana said, for health reasons, a little snip, a little tuck, maybe a little lift because you have back issues or something, a little breast reduction. Those things are understandable. But for the boom pow effect, I guess for the extraness, I don't know. People are into that, and
So
that's
can I say
fine.
something?
Sure.
I'm glad that you said that because a lot of the time, let's take it back to as Pinky reference. You know, this is not a new thing, right? Can we talk about survival? That's one of
Yes.
like our fundamental human in like that we have to survive, survival of the
Right.
fittest, right? So depending on what industry you're in, you might need to put a little implant in there if you're not well endowed, right? To survive in the industry that you're in. You know, you're
Hmm.
working in Hooters, and you know what do people love in Hooters, right? You the waitress that has the biggest
I don't know if
whatever.
that's a
They
career
gonna get
choice, though.
hired.
I don't know
They
if
gonna
that's a
get
I'm
career
just
hired.
choice,
saying.
but
I'm just saying. I was
yeah.
struggling. Okay, I just have to find something quick. But whatever industry you're in, maybe it's more desirable. It's more looked at as not, oh well, I need this to feel good about myself, but I need this to survive in this industry. So I mean,
But
I'm
but
just saying.
but then we have the influences of all the different, the Instagrammers, the TikTokers, the Facebookers, YouTubes, all these women that portray this beautiful and perfected, you know, image. I mean, clearly there's some enhancements. Again, I mean, if you choose to do that, that's not you. I love you as you are, as you came, and you know, that's what I want, and that's what you're gonna get from me as well. Now, again, if there's different changes, you know, and my molds, I was actually as a result of a conversation. It was like, you know, have you ever thought about? And you know what, you're right. Maybe I should. And voila, here I am in all my
Wow.
splendid, in all of my splendid glory. Boom, bap, take that, Pinky.
I'll say this too, and then I'll just pass the mic. A lot of these things that you do, like the mold, taking out the molds, I did it too with Dr. Merritt. But I'll tell you what's a funny thing about taking off things off of your body that God put in your body? DNA don't lie. And sometimes what's in your DNA, no matter how much you take it off, it comes back,
Hmm.
right? Because as you get older, again, whatever is in you starts to really
It'll,
come
re-
out. You
it'll,
notice when
it'll
people get
resurface.
older, they start to take on features of people in their lineage, right? Children, as they grow and evolve, they start to look like different peoples at various phases in their life. So even going under the knife does not solve it. Like if people are changing their skin color, but then it comes back. You know what I mean? That's what's in you.
And then the health risks that are involved with that as well. But you know what? Let me say something too. Like we're talking about women doing that. I like to hear women's opinions with regards to what if men do like radical augmentation. You know, if I get instead of having a case, I get tight 6-pack, chiseled. People do that. Get my calves done, and I come home like that one day, or after a while, you know, and I travel and I get the surgery, and I came back and it's like, boom. What do women think about that? Like,
Men are
how would
getting
you?
men are getting their boobs done. Men are getting lifts.
Men
They're
don't have
getting
boobs.
implants and hair plugs.
Men don't have boobs.
There is
Some
something
men do
called
have boobs.
men
Men
boobs,
don't have
Louis.
boobs.
Men boobs, and so they're doing their boobs too. They're doing implants. But yeah, Lucian, sorry, you're next. You got it.
Well,
Oh,
So how
um,
do you feel about it?
I mean, I just feel to each his own. I just feel that it's like wearing like a bunch of makeup to me. You know what I'm saying? I think that we have some naturally beautiful women, and I think society kind of like, puts this idea in their mind that they're not good enough. I think that um, because of society, we have taken this path. Like for example, like Lil Kim, that woman was so beautiful, man.
oh my
Like
gosh, he was.
beautiful, and
Yep.
I'm just like, what is this? No, you know what I'm saying? And the thing about it, like in her mind, she looks amazing, and I think that's the only person that it should really like bother. But I mean, I think sometimes too, it's also mental. It has something to do with your mental, your psyche.
Mhm.
I think that a lot of times people think that this is going to make them feel better. I'm going to become a better person. People are going to like me more. I'm going to be more accepted. And that's a fallacy, because it all starts internally. So if internally you can, change your mindset about yourself, then how can changing a body part make you feel better? And you know what too? It would be a thing that it might last for a quick second, but then you're going to revert back to that same mentality because you didn't fix anything. You
All
just
right.
fixed something, you fix something that's like internal, but it's something that you're dealing with internally that you have to deal with.
I agree. I wrote down Little Kim in my notes actually, right here on my sticky. So me and you on the same page. Little Kim, look out right there. I think
Yeah.
too
A
it
lot
goes
of
back,
them.
huh?
Yeah,
A
K
lot of
Michelle.
them.
Remember K Michelle? She was on Love and Hip Hop, and she got her butt done, and it was tragic for her.
Yeah, she had to
Wow.
have
Tragic.
serious surgery.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it was
yeah.
terrible. It was
It's
And,
been
terrible.
like
and, and,
years.
and I think that's the problem. We watch in Hollywood because we could see them all the time, and they're just a mess sometimes with some of the things they're doing, and then they're just feeding into
Well,
our insecurities. You know what I mean?
those are the
It,
societal pressures that they incur on us. Those that have low self-esteem, those that are, vulnerable. You know what I mean? And again, it goes back to the same TikTokers and all those folks. They're portraying this falsehood, and some people actually see that and say, you know what, I could do the same thing. But
exactly.
just be you in your natural element, in your beautiful self. You know what I mean?
I think
Embrace
it's
that.
harder now, especially now that people financially can afford some of these things a lot more than they could have 10, 20 years ago. So it's easier to do a lot of these things. But then, like you said, there's so much on social media in Hollywood that make people believe that if they don't, they're less than. So they have to go and do it, And like I said, for me, I feel like if you're doing something for to enhance, I'm more go along with enhancements than like a whole, change. And like Danelle said, you have to weigh the health benefits. But at the same token, if you don't have your mind right, if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, it's still not going to fill whatever void you have. So you really have to seriously take that into account. in doing so. I'm not gonna. I would say I would love to do certain things, but me, I afraid surgery. So
What
Well,
would you want to do, Debbie?
what would I want to do if I wasn't afraid of surgery?
Yeah.
I would probably. There's a couple of things I would like to do, but
Like
I'm not.
what?
like,
Like what, Debbie?
Why he got put you
like.
on the spotlight like that then?
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Well, actually, you know what? Let's apply the question to all of you.
Yeah. What would you
If
want to
there's
get?
something that you would like to do, what would it be?
What would I want to do? What like if it's
If
just
I
one
was to
thing?
make a decision, it would be to tighten skin. That's it. I don't work out every day, like I said, not every day, maybe 6 days a week. I eat very healthy, fairly. I mean, I'm not perfect. I like junk food. I like ice cream. I had some today, I like chips. So I do eat junk food and stuff, but I don't want to be 150 pounds like I was when I was younger. But if I had anything to do, I would do skin tightening. That's it. Because that's really only what I need to actually do.
Debbie, you didn't answer.
I would like, I would throw in a little fake laugh, you know what I'm saying? Like, around the natty for a little bit, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Lucia.
So
Why would
Lucian, you
you
do
want to
hair
do that,
implants.
Lucian?
I'm just playing. I mean, to me,
Oh,
when I first started to lose my hair, man, I was like wearing hats all the time, and then after a while, I was like, okay, your phone's still ringing, your text still going off, so
No.
it's all good, you know. It just took me a while to get rid of it. 'Cause, I had my waves were like crashing, and your boy here was tight, and but when them waves them
Waves were
stopped crashing,
crashing.
yeah, man. When them bad boy them stopped crashing, I was like depressed for a while.
Whoa.
And then I'm just like, you know what? Just cut it all off, keep it bald, edge it up, and keep that shit moving.
But these same women that are doing these heavy changes, heavy surgery, it's not it's not a inexpensive venture. So of course now they're going to having these sugar daddies.
Mm-hmm.
These sugar daddies that are these
And they got,
TikTokers have these guys.
so you think
I'm
these
sorry.
women can't afford it? That's what
Women
you're saying?
can
I'm
afford
I'm
their own
talking
thing.
about the younger. I'm talking about
Oh,
the
the
younger
younger.
women, the
But
younger women, because
they want the guys, and the guys want them. The sugar daddies want these type of girls on their
I'm
hand
not
anyway.
frowning at it. I'm just mentioning that that's an element also. With regards to the inspiration, they don't have to because they know they got the funding. Because we all know it's not cheap. But
We're gonna
these younger,
always have sugar daddies for everything we want under the sun.
there you go.
Yep.
Right.
Whether it's a yep. Always gonna be sugar daddies in the background.
Yeah.
Mm. Let me go back. I saw some comments
Lucien, what you
here.
say? You're getting ready to break out your savings, Lucien?
yeah, man. Just to shake it a little bit.
So Louis, what would you get done? And Debbie, Debbie answered
I
that.
already
Debbie
did it.
never answer.
I already did
Debbie
it.
is not gonna answer.
So, Debbie, yeah,
And Dana, what would you do if you could do
I am
something?
Well, I always in life. Well, I've lived a life where I've pretty much done what I wanted to do, and so right now I am. I'm just enjoying the pedicures. I'm enjoying enhancing what I already have, right? So I always make sure I go get the feet scrubbed, keep the nails done. I'm working on skincare now because I'd like to even out my tone. I have a lot of different colors of me. And so just trying to like even out my tone, working on my hair, making sure that, because as you get older, sometimes the hair starts to get a little thinner. So I'm working with natural products and different things like that to just enhance. But like Louis said, I've removed moles, but guess what? Inch by inch, Charlotte them start to
Coming
come
back.
back. You know what I mean?
That's
So,
because that's because of the sun. When you remove them, try to stay out of the sun.
well, it's genetic because my mother has freckles and a lot of moles, and my family members have a lot of moles. So that's part of my DNA. That's who I am. So I'm
I
just
do
like, all
too,
right,
and I got
yes.
mine's removed. I
Mhm.
had them, and I got some removed, and I had to stay out of the sun as much as possible
I'm
now.
a sun baby, so that's gonna be impossible. I love the sun. you know. But I've had a breast reduction, you know. In 2013, I had a breast reduction. I did it not because I hated myself. I didn't do it because like I just wanted to be somebody else. It was because I'm in my 30s. I got 2 kids. I'm not gonna have any more, and I don't like after breastfeeding how these things looking. Right? I don't like how these things looking in clothes. I don't like how it looking in my bras, the cute little, you know, undergarments or whatnot. So I decided to have a breast reduction, and it was the best decision that I think I've ever made. It was a great
Wow.
experience.
Wow.
Recovery was seamless. You know, Dr. Centeno, big up to Dr. Centeno. He was a godsend. And so, like, I encourage people. And when I got mine done, several other ladies that I worked with got theirs done, you know, and we all felt better because at that time I was exercising every day. And it even made exercise hard, you know, because when you're carrying a lot up here and you're trying to exercise and do some of these exercises, it's a little difficult, right? And so it was part of my fitness journey as well. I want to be fit, but these are getting in the way. You know what I mean? Like it getting in the way. So it was a informed decision. I did my little research or whatever, and I came out good, and I'm grateful for that. So my thing is like, Debbie, now I frightened at a knife. I ain't trying to go back. Okay. I did it. I do what I had to do, but I'm good. So I you know, there's nothing. Of course, the tummy after having a baby, 2 babies. Of course, some of us have that little, what do you call it, a muffin top, or that little belly down there that just don't seem to go.
Fupa.
A what?
Fupa.
Fupa.
Oh, that's what you call it.
That's what they call it.
What do
Fupa.
they
That's what
call
people
it?
call it.
A
Fupa.
fupa. F-U-P-A.
That's what
I've
it's called.
never heard that before.
Yeah, Trina.
Mm-hmm. So I
Yeah.
mean, even that I noticed that when I lose weight, I diet, I exercise, it shrinks. It does. And so then when I gain weight again, it gets bigger. So I'm like, okay, I know what I gotta do. But for some people, they just want to get that tummy tuck. It's all good. Do what you gotta do, you know, to make yourself feel good. Cause you know, yeah.
That's
Exactly.
cool. Yeah, I mean, and you did your reduction for again, like we said before, for health reasons. I mean, it was for you
It
did
was
it
cosmetic. I'm not even gonna lie.
cosmetic.
Like I was
Okay,
very,
okay.
I wanted to look good. I wanted them to separate in,
But they were
you know,
keeping you back though from you. They
and
were
then,
kind of a little
yeah,
weighty. See, I don't have a problem with
yeah.
that because if I'm laid back, I want to hit me in my face with these things. You know, I like that.
Really? Oh
Oh
gosh,
my God, Louis.
Louis. You know, then I'm like glad you mentioned that because that's a part of it that we, as women, our body do go through a lot when we have children. It goes through a change.
Yes.
I watched a video one time with a lady who had kids. I mean, and I was very small, and my kids, them, was good sizes. Your belly don't get stretched out and stuff like that. And we lent our body to our children. We gave it to them. We nursed them. We did what we did, and we gave our body to our children. Look, if you could take your body back, I said take it back. That's the way I look at it.
I want to big up to my
Take it
friend
back.
Carita. Carita was actually in the hospital with me when I got my surgery. So, you know, them kind of thing, kind of special. So big up Carita.
And she also said she would get a tummy tuck. Let me go back to Marcelino because I put that question at the bottom, and he said, "I don't mind the makeup, weave, or implants. I'm more concerned with the inner beauty."
Look at Lucian's face though. Look at Lucian's face though.
My cousin Jason said my coworker was showing me a few days ago that Dr. Miami is doing surgery for men in the private area, and if it isn't big enough, he can hook them up.
What?
Let
What
me
kind
get
of
a
surgery?
I'm all good.
No complaints.
You know what I'm saying?
But actually,
Yeah.
I knew an older guy, elder. He was, God, he was in 70s, and he talked about. He's like, yeah, you know what I mean, because he still was active, and I was like, wow, that's good, man. He's like, yeah. See, I got a little thing here, let's pump it up. So he has like a little, like a Reebok pump sneaker. Remember, and he just pumped it. He's like, yeah, that's it, just pump it up. It's like, what? He's like, yeah, it's an implant. It's like,
Whoa.
I'm good, son.
Whoa.
Yeah, my mouth get more open just now. Yeah.
No, for real.
Talk about uncomfortable conversations.
I'm saying, but he was comfortable, very comfortable talking about it, and he was proud. He was proud. I mean, proud.
Wow.
And I was like, okay. I mean, if that works for you, knock yourself up, man. Enjoy life.
My cousin Ryan said all the stuff they dislike, we be loving.
Karen says she would get tummy tuck and she will do fat movements and fat transfers. I mean, we just live in a time where we don't have to dip in the fountain that looks. I mean, people search for the fountain at you.
Okay, so this is my question because we've talked about this.
We can talk about that.
Okay, no, exactly. I'm talking about this.
Exactly.
Is it that we're just a lazier society and we don't want to put in the work? And we just
I don't think so.
Well, no, but remember what Janelle said. We're in a technologically advanced era right now, so everything has transcended to a much more quicker, faster response. I mean, surgeries are like ambulatory. You go in and out. Some you don't even stay too much time. I know the
clothes back in like the 1800, 1500. Them clothes was so heavy. Them corset where they used to be pulling the woman. Remember, women used to be passing out back then from anything. They used to pass out because they couldn't breathe from them clothes.
And now they call it
the technology at the time. Them clothes used to weigh so much. Them people couldn't move around freely because them clothes was ridiculous.
And because of the advancement of technology, they're now called Spanx.
Exactly. Correct. You know how much a Spanx weigh in comparison to a girdle? My mother had to wear girdles. You know how we used to help my mother with them girdles.
Well, we ain't gonna talk about me. You remember that that garment that I bought?
The body magic?
But then when you take it off when you take them off, take them off, it's like a whole nother person.
Well, people are like training their bodies with these things now, and
after surgery, I've seen that
this garment, and it took. Tiki laughing. It literally took for me to get into it the first time. It took my daughter. She had to hold one side. My son had to hold the next side. My ex-husband had to hook. I had to lay down to do it. And I didn't know that you're only supposed to wear it 4 hours in a day. And I went with it to work. I had a massive migraine. I couldn't understand why do I have. I mean, I get migraines anyhow, but I was like, I ate that day. I drank lots of water. I didn't understand. I wore that thing like 2 times, and that was it. For me, that wasn't worth it.
I laugh because I remember the experience, and I laugh and that was like, Debbie, is that
would have been
giving you a headache?
I would have gotten money on America's Funniest Home Videos. It was that hilarious. But nah, that's okay for me.
And a lot of them compression garments, a lot of people don't realize they actually, they put pressure on your kidneys too. You know what I mean? So you can't really wear those things for a long period of time because your kidneys are being kind of squished.
Exactly. What happened, Louis?
About what?
Oh, I thought you were saying it was you or Lucian.
No, I was asking you. So, what are the 2 things that you wanted to change? Like, we forgot about you. Like, I don't understand. You just act like we forgot about the whole conversation. Like,
I would like to get a tummy tuck. I have 4 kids, so I would like to get a tummy tuck. That would be like the number 1 thing.
So, what would be the next thing?
I don't know because the number 2 goes with some other things, so it's not gonna happen. I don't like surgery. I'm not gonna. If I can do something, if I could do something that is not surgical, I'll do it. But for me, going under the knife, I've never had surgery, and so for me to just do something like that, just because
but technology has advanced so much that there are things you could do without surgery.
That's what I said. I would do the things that weren't, didn't involve surgery, invasive surgery, but I'm not.
They have stuff now. They have, and I'm quite sure in 5 years they're gonna come out with some more. They got lasers. They got all kind of stuff. But that's just the technology we're in.
True.
And Sharice made a very valid point that she's like, I don't man better watch out. They got plenty man wrong, looking better than any woman you know.
Whoa.
That was cruising for all of our stateside listeners, by the way. Just kind of.
I will say big up to Sharice because we are taking action, and so we are exercising every day, right? Sharice, tell him. So we're walking and we're doing what we have to do to get our body nice and fit so that we don't have to go under the knife.
No disrespect to anybody at all or any specific gender type, but I don't know who that man looking good for.
Okay, wait, let me read. Diane wrote something long. She said, I'm 5'2", and my weight always fluctuated. At my heaviest, I was 196, but I never considered surgery because my confidence was through the roof. Due to a serious health condition in 2011 that almost killed me, I lost almost 60 pounds, and I've been able to maintain the loss through a radically changed lifestyle. However, I love versatility. While my hair is natural, I love wigs and weaves. I love my makeup and my lashes. I also go out without my face beat because I love me. I have a lot of tattoos and piercings that are all inconspicuous because I do them for only me, and I love how they look on me.
Who said that?
Diane John.
Okay.
Diane John, I think we need to see a picture of one of those tattoos. We can get a feel of like, you know.
Then now when I come home, I come and exercising with you.
There we go. Ready for you.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see if there's some other things that were said.
Imani, she couldn't breathe.
Oh, Cece said, what about transgender augmentation to physically appear like a different gender?
That's the one that look better than a woman.
That is augmentation.
That one Miss Richards was referring to?
Listen, in Atlanta, that bad boy dangerous, okay? Dangerous. Jesus, breath.
You got when you target, when you roll in at something, you gotta be like, look, what's going on with you?
Listen.
What was that movie with Forrest Whitaker? What was that movie he did? Again, movies that kind of tell you what coming in the future.
Correct.
I can't remember the name of it, but that movie was so scary to me that would be a time where you could be with somebody and not know what a gender was at one point. That movie actually scared me. What was the name of that movie?
Not to ask me because I'm
and I'll tell you what. I don't know. Well, so it's even more scarier because like they can actually change your birth certificates.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
I worked with
someone
that he was going through the transition while he was working with me, and he got his driver's license and different things changed, and I had to change his gender for health, all sorts of stuff. It was my first time ever dealing with it. But yeah, I actually worked with 2 different people like that since I've been here in Florida. Ryan said, I have no problem with makeup, wigs, or weaves, or basically any cosmetics. Once it's done, it has to be your daily image. Once it isn't, it doesn't have to be your daily image. You should be able to embrace the way you look. And if you're in a relationship, trust that your man loves you for you.
It's called a crying game. Thank you, Kima Loving. I don't know if I said her right name first.
Kima.
Right. Yeah, it was the crying game.
What about the movie? What were you saying about the movie?
That movie, it was a Forrest Whitaker movie that was, he was dating this woman. She was a transgender, and he didn't know till after he was with her, and it was like, really messy up. But that was before it was so popular. Like now it's very popular, but at the time it wasn't something that we actually was familiar with. And so that was what was scary to me, the fact that you could be with somebody and not know, it was, now I don't.
You can be with a female now and don't know who she is. After she done take off all the makeup. You have some women that actually go to sleep with makeup on, like in relationships, that they have to put on a little bit of makeup or whatever to go to sleep. So like they don't want to reveal who they truly are. The makeup game is cool. I love it. I love experimentation. It's an art form. I think that it is. And so people love to experiment with the colors. I love a good color. I love a good lippy.
Like I said before, love the contrast. Love the contrast.
What I'm saying? But when you can't go without makeup, like when you really have a problem with going out on the street without makeup on your face, then it becomes a little problematic. You know what I'm saying? When you're afraid to be yourself around somebody else, your boyfriend or whatever, like that's when it becomes a little tricky. You know, because you're afraid to reveal your true self. You're afraid to take off that wig. You
Let
want
me
to
ask
see
you
your
a
natural
question.
hair.
And actually, wait, let me piggyback on what she just said, Louis. My cousin told me of a friend of his, this was a while back, that got married. I don't know how long she was dating her husband before they got married, but they were married for 5 years and he had never seen her without her weave.
Wow.
That's a problem.
Let me ask you a question. I know women get their eyebrows done. What do you think about men getting their eyebrows done?
I know someone, a male,
What about
you started getting his eyebrows done. And that to me was a little questionable, but maybe if they're extra bushy and you want to, I don't know. I don't know. To each his own.
I think men grooming it is something that I appreciate. And if I were dating or in a guy that I'm dating or with, because after you guys get a certain age, sorry, but stuff that start growing out your ear and your nose and stuff like that, and it's good to trim that stuff up. You know what I mean? I don't like to see little afros coming out nobody's ears. It's quite
Lucian, are you reading some of these comments?
What is wrong with these people?
Lucian, are you reading some of these comments?
Who's this? Like, who is that on that series? I can't see it.
Okay, because Nicole said, Lucian, you sound like you almost get catching ATL.
Oh no.
Oh,
that's what she said.
No, ATL have like a huge
yeah, we know,
transgender population. I mean, like when you like in the street and you see some of these dudes, and you're like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like I remember when I was when I first went up there, and I had I used to work in Kroger, and this one will come in there like until you hit if you didn't hear this man talk, you would swear that fam was a woman, the man. Like no gay or anything, but fuck, you look damn good. Like that shit was crazy. Like what was that? You know what I'm saying? But once again, to each his own. To each his own. Yeah, check.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I had a hard time like in Walmart. Like I used to end up at the same cashier all the time, and I guess he or she were going through the transition. So she or he, I don't know, had a beard and boobs at the same time. I didn't know what to say. Like I always just said to people, "Thank you very much, Miss." And I learned in that situation because I used to get so stressed out because it happened in a couple grocery stores. I don't even say Mr. or Mr. when they're in this transition period because actually you could offend them, number one, if you call them wrong. And I mean, I don't see how you could have, if I don't know. And number two, so now you can't even say Mr. or Mrs. or thank you, or you can't even, it's so confusing now with this gender thing. So
do you think is a woman trying to be a man or a man trying to be a woman?
I don't know, because they had
trying to be a woman.
They had beard and boobs at the same time.
They want to be referred to as Miss, right?
You can't say because you could offend.
Then why go through the transit? Well, anyway, I'm not. That's something that we definitely can't touch. I'm not going to touch.
Sharice is saying, stop talking about Atlanta. It happens right there in the Virgin Islands.
Really?
That is true, and it happens a lot.
Yeah,
it happens a lot here.
I'm gonna read some of these comments. Ryan said, Louis, men can get the eyebrows done, but only the top of the brow. Can't do the full work. It's gonna look at you a little sideways.
I keeping my eyebrow them bushy. Okay.
Well, sometimes you don't got to trim them down, Louis.
You see this? This is my strength. This is my strength.
I like the bushy eyebrows. I can't take a tame eyebrow.
Yeah, man, I got to.
Let me tell you, you got the unibrow happening. Like you got to trim it somehow. I have seen.
But Pinky, if that person loves their brow, like
somebody love their brow.
My cousin Jason
I have seen some scary things. I have seen some scary things.
He said, I'm 6'4", 300 pounds and loving it. Ladies, big teddy bear.
You are. Quite sure you are, Jason.
Oh. But
No, you're talking about like Pinky, saying you got to talk about manscaping in certain areas. Yes, I understand. Gentlemen, go out and get the Manscaped 3.0 if you have to. I ain't advocating, they ain't paying me, but you got to trim up if you got to trim up,
You
Debbie,
got trim
What I
off.
have to do with augmentation?
I'm saying
That's ugly.
that's an enhancement. You got to be, you got to be ready.
You got
Walk
to
around with
groom.
you got to walk around with a big bush patch. you know, you got to just groom up. That's how I just groom.
Grooming
Um,
is good.
Yeah,
So,
I don't do that eyebrow thing neither, Jen.
Not that, eyebrow. No.
but
Nah.
you ain't got much of an eyebrow, so it's fine. I talking about, I have seen eyebrows that grow out, like
grow out.
out and very,
But
very full. I have seen some things, I'm telling you. I don't know if it's a race thing too, but I've seen some very big eyebrows. Like, and the unibrow, we men, you could do a little grooming with the eyebrows, a little bit. You ain't got to be trimmed like the women. You ain't got to do all that, but grooming is something different. Even it's the same with the beard. Groom the beard. You could groom the beard. You ain't got to like go crazy. Grooming is different.
You hear what Karen said? Manscape is one thing. Looking pretty is not for a man. Wrong lane.
nobody, hey, wait a minute. We ain't talking about looking pretty, We just talking about, cleaning up. You ain't looking pretty. Nobody ain't looking pretty here. Gotta get that straight.
Okay, I want another question I have posted. I had asked also is, we're coming up on Valentine's Day and a lot of people celebrate Valentine's Day. And Valentine's Day is usually something you do for your partner or your spouse, even sometimes for your kids. So my challenge to everyone was, what are you going to do if you do celebrate Valentine's Day? What would you do for yourself? Because again, this is about self-love and self-care. Danelle and I had this conversation, and I told her that I guess because I was married for so long, like I always thought like I had to do things with a significant partner and never knew how to do things for me. And Danelle, you just talk about some of the things you've done for yourself instead of waiting for somebody. Since we're coming up on Valentine's Day on Sunday, what are some of the ideas?
Yeah, so like for me, I do for myself, just like how I feel in a relationship, you should do for your partner all year long. I do for myself all year long. Like I just had such an amazing time, right? I know a lot of you guys probably already have Fenty or whatever. I decided I was gonna go order me the whole skincare line from Rihanna, you know what I'm saying? And start treating my skin. Those are little investments that I do for myself. I have in the past sent myself when I was working flowers for Valentine's Day. Why not? Right? I'm not gonna put my whole fate on the line waiting for somebody else to do something. I like flowers. You know what I mean? I want somebody to deliver flowers for me. And I'm not desperate, I'm not needy, but why not? Why not do little investments for yourself? And they came and they delivered it. I even wrote a note to myself. So when the flowers came, I could read the note that I said to like, hey you're awesome. You're beautiful. Happy Valentine's Day. Just little things like that. Um, Again, self-care, like right now, I make a little investment. Mary Kay, satin hands. Every now and then I sell jewelry, guys. So like my hand always in the screen. I'm like, wait, how come my hand I'm looking like this? And the first thing that they say start to age on a woman is her hands. So I'm like, oh, bump that. I go. So I have it right here that I'm working at my desk every now and then. Watch me. Satin hands, baby. We gotta reverse this curse. We cannot go down like that. So I just feel that we have to start to learn how to love on ourselves, not because somebody else doing something. We're trying to run competition. Run competition with yourself. Figure out how you can become your best self every day. Beat your best. Don't try and beat nobody else's best. Beat your own best. And so that's how I live my life. I beat my own best in my own lane, honey.
Amen.
That's what Karen is saying. Be authentic. What she said, be authentic self, or bring your
Yep.
authentic self.
Yeah. So what would you do for yourself, Louis,
Weed
for
whack the bush
Valentine's
patch.
Day? Or what?
Weed whack the bush patch. No, I mean, I mean, for Valentine's, for myself, I don't know
And
for
it doesn't have
myself.
to be for Valentine's Day. What kind of things do you do for yourself? For your self-love? Or do you even think about that? No, we're not talking about that.
Not that.
We're talking
Anyway,
about
what I am doing right now for myself, and I wanted to mention this, because I had my surgery, so I have this scar that goes down here. So I'm actually an a keloid, and I hate that. So I talked about getting it removed, but again, Dr. Merritt, you know, she's been giving me some injections, and it's a 4 visit process, and she give me these needles right in the scar. I had 10 in the first visit, 6 or 8 in his second visit. I got 2 more visits, but it was really, and it's really starting to flatten. What it is basically is softening the tissue, where it's keloid. It's kind of like raised. That's what keloid is.
Yeah.
And now you just keep massaging it or playing with it. Because this thing, and it stopped the itching because it itched really bad, but it's starting to get flat. Okay, what I was, Debbie. Wow.
Marcelino Ventura said, I'm going to send myself a Valentine's Day card with $500.
I love it. I love it.
That's nice.
I love it.
That's a
With
good one.
he gonna send himself $500. That's yeah.
And I hope you don't spend it on bills and you spend it on yourself.
Right.
How about you, Trina?
I want a Brazilian.
Well, will you say Danelle?
You said
I
Brazilian?
would like, and I'm not in a relationship, so there's nobody else that's gonna benefit from my Brazilian. But I want a Brazilian just because I've heard about it. I think it's awesome, right? It sounds good, and
is
so I want to try it. So I'm like that. Like,
But Louis, how you know? You get one?
I've
ever
seen
had
it.
one?
I've seen. What do you mean? Get one? What shit? What nonsense you're
Because
talking,
you
man?
said it's good.
I've
It was like,
seen
yeah.
it. I have seen it. I have.
But for
Like
you
she
to
said,
comment and say good, how you?
she said it's not for anybody, but I have seen it, and oh yeah, think you should try and get one yourself too.
Really? Okay, thank you, Louis. I'll consider it since you gave me the advice. Okay, thank you. Danelle, you finish?
Yes, ma'am. I'm done. Sorry.
Danelle, I hope you enjoy that.
I will, and I
Yes.
will.
Nicole
Yes.
said, do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Go for it. I'm backing you 100%. I'm gonna cheer you on the day you're going to do it. Call me, and I'm gonna be on your side.
I'm gonna just go live, okay, in the group. I'll be like, y'all, I'm here.
Oh, but I have a friend that's in town, and she travels she travels back and forth between here and Miami, and she has like this pop-up, like really professional, thing. I'll
She
shoot you
does
an
that?
Should I pop up and do Brazil? Should I do a pop up and do Brazil? That sounds scary.
No, she do like facial. She do all kind of stuff now.
My friend did that too, Sarisha. She popped up and she had her appointments lined up. She has to come back because the demand is so heavy here.
Yeah.
Dulcina, this girl, but she do like lasers and stuff like that and facials and stuff like that.
She came home too and did that.
Valentine's is my birthday, so I mean, it's the day before Valentine's. It's not my birthday,
that's good.
So I call myself a love child, and so I lately get a facial every year, but I haven't gotten. I'm not getting one this year because of COVID. So that's why I ended up getting the henna because I don't want someone over me,
Right.
But so I do a facial all the time. Me and I'm a twin, so me and Nikki, and then my other girlfriend Beverly, we always go. We go someplace nice, have breakfast and stuff like that. So we always have stuff lined up. I always do something. I decided that we were gonna travel this year, but we decided not to again because of COVID. Plus, my daughter had some stuff to do.
Pinky, would you do a real tattoo?
Huh?
You do a real tattoo? Do you have a real tattoo? You have real tattoos?
No, I have hennas.
Would you do one? Would you do a real tattoo?
No.
Okay.
I don't want nothing sticking me out. No, and I don't want nothing permanent. But I like the henna.
Any body piercings? Anyone? Debbie, you got your
I got my
little.
actually, and it's something I wanted to do since I was 15.
But okay.
And one of our viewers, Nilomi, she got it done, and I was like, "You really want to get it done?" And I went and got it done. Now, I didn't know it was gonna hurt for as long as it did. But I like it.
Everybody's different because I have my nose pierced, and I just had that tear that comes down. Like they say, when you pierce it, everybody gets that tear. But it didn't hurt. Like I guess I got a hard cartilage or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I just thought it would have. I just thought like within a day or two it would have stopped, and it did bother me. And then the first piercing that I got, the ring, whatever you call it, came out. And so I had to go back, and I took a couple of days. I was nervous, but the guy who did it this time, he did it, and I haven't had any problems with it since. So that's the only, and my ear.
And I like that look on you. I like the piercing.
It looks good, and that's the thing. It's like if you do something and you like it and you love it, like. I feel like at this stage, when you gave your life, you sacrifice your body for a greater good, your family, your children, you want pierce. Who am I to each his own, like Lucian said, every man to his own order. Again, if we're doing it for wrong reasons, but so for my birthday, I was treating myself to something good.
Okay, so you do wonderful things for yourself.
For myself, and for Valentine's. When Vincent was here, he had to do it. I wasn't doing it. He had to show up for the days, the 2 days. Don't mash it in together, like Karen said. Don't give it a Christmas and the birthday together. But other than that, now I just take care of myself and be happy.
Very good. How about you?
I even bake my own cake. So.
That's good.
I wish Ellen were here though. I don't want to bake my own cake.
Well, I'm going to be in on our sister island this weekend, so I'm just.
So you working? You ain't doing something for yourself then?
Well, yeah, I'm making money. Just doing something.
Yeah, I was just about to say, you making some change, so that's definitely doing something for yourself.
Okay. So I mean, yeah.
Cool.
I'm just gonna be chilling, and I'm really trying to make I think that we need to stop with this behavior that we have between St. Thomas and St. John. So I want to try to build bridges. You know what I'm saying? And this trip is definitely going to be what I'm planning on doing when I go over there.
Cool.
Debbie.
Building.
Yes.
After the last person goes, I would like to say something.
Everybody went.
Okay. So the reason why you were hearing noise, I do apologize for the noise. I just thought about something. And so I'm a giver at heart. That's who I am. I do run a business, but I'm a giver. And so when you talked about like, what are some of the things that we do for ourselves? One of the things that I love to do is give. And for me, the more I give, the better I feel. Like I feel so, what's the word my daughter uses? Satisfied. I think that's the word. I'm satisfied when I give. So I have a lovely necklace right here that I want to give to somebody. It is worth $25. And I want to give it for free. It's a multi-layered gold necklace. It's like a herringbone. We've never seen anything like this, guys. Okay.
That's nice.
So it's gold, herringbone, and it has multi-layers. So I'm going to leave it up to Debbie to decide how we're going to gift one person this necklace. It's beautiful.
That's nice.
And that is
beautiful.
for Valentine's
It's beautiful.
Day. So somebody could feel beautiful about themselves. And so when I see people happy, when I see people glowing, and when I see other people feeling good about themselves, that's what does it for me. So somebody's going to get this. If you want it, throw some hearts up or ask them to say something in the comments and we could do a random draw. Like have them participate.
Pick a number between 1 and 100.
Yeah.
Remember that?
That's 1 and 20, 1 and 20, or 1 and 10. That's still high.
You remember
No, it's not.
1 and 100. Okay. I don't know.
Debbie,
you don't have to be 100.
Run it.
Okay. How would I want to run it?
Excuse
Be
me.
fair. Oh, that was so sweet.
That was sweet. From Diana.
Yes.
Oh,
And
wow.
from
Thank you. That's so sweet.
Jason.
That's
See, they're
sweet.
givers.
Thank
They
you.
are givers.
That's a
Thank
giver.
you.
They are
Thank you. That's so
givers.
sweet.
What's Ali who be for?
She said, give it to Pinky for her birthday.
Oh,
Done.
that
Oh,
was
see
so
Done.
that? Okay,
kind.
That's
okay,
it.
Think
okay,
about me.
Done.
okay. That's
Thank
That's
okay,
it,
you.
Pinky.
okay.
It's on the way, boo.
Thank you. Thank
Yay.
you.
Happy
That's nice.
birthday,
That's
boo.
nice. Wow.
And
Thank
And
you.
the Eleni.
they're in my closet. Can you, Diana, because you said that, I have
And
something for
Jason.
you.
And Jason.
as
I do
well.
have men bling as well. So Jason and Diana are going to get some free bling as well.
Sorry.
Thank
Which
you,
Jason?
Diane.
That's Jason. My cousin Jason. That's a different
Jason
Jason.
James and Diana. I'm
Oh,
going to send Jason some man bling. And I'm going to send Diana something too. Okay, so I'll be in your inbox after this, guys. All right,
that's
go ahead,
nice.
Henna.
Correct.
Thank you.
And I have something as well. Nilomi's
It's
daughter
Valentine's Day.
she has a candle business, and she has some candles. So I have 2 candles that I'm gonna also give away as well.
Awesome.
Debbie, you didn't say what you do for yourself for
You know, it's so, like I said, when I had that conversation with Danelle, I realized, like, for a long time I didn't do anything for myself. I mean, I go and I try to do my nails, and I always do my feet, and if I see something I want to do, actually, I'm not going to say on the show today what I'm doing for Valentine's Day, but on Thursday I will let everybody know what I did for Valentine's
Okay.
Day.
Look at Lucian.
Well,
I
I
know.
like to hear. No, but
I
I
know.
like to hear
I
some of the.
treated myself for Valentine's Day, so
Good.
I will let
Good.
everybody know next week Thursday
Can't
what
wait.
it is that I did.
I like to hear some of the creative ways, like the viewers will take their significant others out, like what they would do for them.
Yeah, what's some things
And
that
some
y'all
of the
have
things
planned?
that you do. I mean, everybody does the dinners and all that stuff and flowers, and that's all traditional. We get that, and that's nice. There's nothing wrong with that. That's nice. I want to hear something different. Let me see if anybody what they have in mind,
Let me
what they
What
show
have
they
in
you.
have
store.
planned.
Let
Yeah.
me
Hmm.
show you what I'm gonna be giving out to someone. Nilomi Cooper, who's one of our longtime viewers. Her daughter has a candle making business. It's called Sequoia by Misha Inc. And this is how it looks.
Nice.
This one is, I think this one is pine.
Can we see that again? What's inside of the candle, Debs?
It's gems, and every one of them have different things in it. Like there's
That's
one
so
she has
cute.
that's peppermint, and it has actual peppermints in it.
So what are those things?
Um,
That's peppermint in it.
no, this one is vanilla, so
Oh,
vanilla rose. So it has roses in it and like vanilla bean.
That's so creative.
Yeah, and they smell amazing. I'm getting some more, so I'm going to be giving out some more as well. But definitely support her. She's in Orlando. She has an Instagram page, but it's called Sequoia by Misha Inc. She's young. She's a teacher, a mother, and this is now her business. Okay, so
What's her Facebook page?
Kamisha Cooper is her first. I don't know if she has
Facebook.
a Facebook page for her business, but I know she has an Instagram. So definitely support another young person to support. And then I also talked about it last week. She has Valentine's Day boxes, the Gila, and she has these love boxes. I've been sharing them on my page. So they have things it's like all sorts of body products to take care of yourself. So you can purchase one for yourself. I will post it. Nicole was asking me Instagram page for Misha is Sequoia, Sequoia. And for Jahila is Gems Holistic. Okay. Cool. Well, it's 8:15. Let's see if we have any more comments. Yes. Nilomi explain it. They're natural soy candles.
Mm.
Diana actually said, honestly, I've never liked Valentine's Day at all, but God has a sense of humor making my son born on that day.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yes. So, but I just kind of wanted to just sum up, you know, we talked about the body augmentation and enhancements and in our community, I just want to make sure that when people are making the decision to choose to do something, that you're doing it for your, you know, for the love of yourself, to enhance. But if it's a lot deeper than that, you really need to address those issues first, because doing things are not going to, it's not going to help you. You know, at the end of the day, it might solve an issue for that moment, but going forward, it's not going to. And make sure you're doing it for yourself, not for anybody else. You're doing it for health reasons, you know, but don't do it for a partner. A partner might be gone next year and then you vex. Even, you know, in terms of tattoos, you know, just be careful about what you're putting on your body. You don't regret it later on.
You gotta get a cover up, a big cover up.
Why even go through that?
Right.
Get a tattoo and put your own name. You ain't got to put nobody's name on your body. Karina said she loves Valentine's Day. She spoils herself and her daughters. I'm not really a Valentine's Day. Oh, and by the way, I want to publicly, Ellen brought me some cookies, butter cookies in this beautiful Valentine's Day box. I'm publicly telling her thank you, and I love my card.
Gosh, I wish I had lived close to Ellen. I really don't want to bake my own. And Beverly the call, she gonna say, Pinky, you baking our cake, right? And I was like, Beverly, like, it's our cake.
Oh God.
But what, you don't get one of your daughter them to bake it for you?
My youngest daughter actually bake very, very, very well. And my oldest daughter is making me a steak dinner. So
you might get, you never know, you might get a cake.
The thing is that Nikki and Beverly want Vienna cake.
And part of that, Louis, is Pinky is partial to her own cake.
No, Brittany to bake some very good cakes, but she's not gonna bake a Vienna cake for me. So if she actually to make an excellent red velvet cheesecake, Brittany could bake. She could bake me a chocolate cake, but she's good.
My cousin Jason said, Pinky, we can be good friends. He actually makes really good cheesecakes.
Oh,
yeah, he does. But when we go to St. Martin, Jason, you gotta make some.
Yeah, Jason, I'm really trying to stay away from the sweets, but I fail because she make brownie today and I eat that. So, and while I was eating the brownie, I hear Debbie mouth and I was like, I don't care. This brownie tastes delicious.
Yeah, he's the cheesecake king. That's what he was saying. Yeah. So, but we're gonna wrap this up. I want to thank everybody for their comments and their involvement as usual. Definitely don't forget to tell your friends and family, as well as yourselves, to go to our YouTube channel, Love and Enlightenment USVI, like and subscribe. And well, I was like, who is that? Oh, that's Louis. And I wanted, no, I saw a comment and I was like, who is that? And then I realized it was you. Oh. Is there anything else that anybody wants to say to close out tonight? And again, thank you all, as always, for continuing to contribute to the group. I love the wonderful posts that we have that continue to lift everybody up, and our Sunday evenings with all these amazing songs that everybody's posting. So nobody can say they don't have a playlist of songs. And the same thing on Wednesday nights with our encouraging words. So continue to contribute.
Guys, make sure you like our YouTube channel. We do have a YouTube channel. And so we're really asking everybody, like we have, how many people are in the group, Debbie?
I think as the last time I looked, it was 748.
All right. So we want to hit 700 subscriptions on our YouTube channel, guys. It doesn't take a long time. Just go over to YouTube, type in Love and Enlightenment. We're going to drop a link for you guys to make it really easy. And make sure that you like, subscribe, and then hit the notifications bell to make sure that you see everything that we drop on our channel. So, yeah.
Correct.
I want to say thank you to the viewers. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for everything.
And a lot of people said happy birthday to you, Trina. Just so
thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in for sure. That you know, it was a great show. I just remember to love to skin you in, and you know, just appreciate you for you, and because know that I'm gonna love you for you. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, lover boy, Louis.
Yeah, Nazam. I just feel like we needed Erica. What is her name? India Ari outro. I just feel like we needed one of her songs to like.
I know, right?
He just was just Mr. Romantic, deep.
Or we could put that song that I put on, Pinky by TMR. What do you think, Pinky? That was
whatever.
That's a little too heavy.
Oh Lord.
That song, I was like, okay, Louis. But you know what? Louis don't come up with these songs, and I'd be like, but Louis, nobody don't know them songs. Like, Judge Michael, I never heard of it.
For us to hear songs that people had never thought about or haven't heard in a long time. So,
yeah, but Louis, and then he got to Prince. Louis,
there's people that love Prince. So
we love Prince.
Pinky, come on, are you kidding me?
Yeah, but the thing is, he'd be like, Pinky, this is the song. I gonna drop the song. I gonna drop the song.
Go listen to Tick by TMR.
Pinky likes Bob Dylan. Okay.
I like Bob Dylan.
You like Bob Dylan?
I'm good. And I actually do. So it's okay. I like all kind of music. But it's like I said, Louis to be announcing these big song drops, and then I'd hear it and I'd be like, really, Louis?
But it might not touch you, but it might touch someone else. So.
It does. I'm quite sure it does. I just saying he'd announce it and he'd call it the big drop.
I know the songs help me touch some women in some ways. So.
Oh Lord.
That's what was the purpose of it.
Okay, true.
Drop your songs, Louis. Drop your songs.
I done.
That'd be fun though, because we'd be all group talking.
We'd always be back and forth. Yeah,
even Nikki was in the other day, and it's like competition.
It was wild.
We'd be like, this is the song. I wait. We don't say the song. We'd be like, look, the song I'm gonna put on.
And then the problem that I have with that is that'll be up till 2-3 o'clock in the morning listening to music.
Well, that's good.
And I gotta go work the next day.
That's good.
Yeah, that's rough.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
But again, thank everybody. Please continue to stay safe. Social distance. Be wise when you're out and about. Want to thank you again. Look forward to speaking to you next week, Thursday. Be well.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Good night.
Take care, guys.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, indeed. Enjoy the weekend.